Yesterday, she was one of the top officials at the Mount Vernon Police Department. Tonight, Jennifer Lackard being walked in handcuffs out of Bronx Precinct, fired and facing charges for crimes including attempted murder, alongside her 20-year-old son, Chase Lackard.
Chase and her husband, James, took part in a coordinated attempt to open fire on a group of people outside the Bronx Criminal Court complex, and then speed off in the family van. In court, Assistant DA Keturah Ladd said the son, Chase, was the trigger man, and prosecutors say they have text messages between him and his mother planning the getaway.
49-year-old Jennifer Lackard, a now former deputy commissioner of public safety for Mount Vernon Police, entering a Bronx criminal courtroom accused of participating in a wild drive-by shooting outside of the very same courthouse.
Check out this bizarre story, and of course, it's all about Mount Vernon and the Bronx. Let's get into it.
Jennifer Lackard was a second in command at the Mount Vernon Police Department, serving as its deputy police commissioner for more than 6 years. She helped keep crime off the city streets and arrested criminals when she needed to. But today, this morning, she was greeted at the door by police officers, but they were there to put handcuffs on her, and now charged alongside her 20-year-old son with attempted murder.
This gets wild. 20-year-old son. It tells you when you make the worst decisions, when you don't raise your children properly and you're trying to protect them, your children can be a downfall, but at the same time, who raised this child? Again, you'll see more what I'm talking about.
We'll show you a video tonight of the 49-year-old Lackard who was let out of the 44th precinct a little while ago, her hands cuffed behind her back. Her son Chase is still inside the precinct. According to sources, both were arrested at their home on Boynton Avenue in the Soundview section this morning, a little more than a month after the high-ranking cop allegedly drove the getaway car for her son in an apparent shooting involving a gang. Lackard's son is accused of opening fire back on June 29th behind the Bronx Criminal Courthouse while inside the car with his mom behind the wheel.
Ladd said the son, Chase, was the trigger man, and prosecutors say they have text messages between him and his mother planning the getaway. He texted to her, "Be right out front when I leave." She responded, "When? You can't just stand out front. The timing has to be right."
It was ridiculous. How you gonna shoot right
next to the courthouse?
The criminal court.
Neighbor Carmen Santa remembers walking her dogs near the crime scene the day of the shooting.
Do you hear that? So this deputy commissioner who did very, very well for herself, but now she is charged with attempted murder and more than a dozen other counts. She was arrested with her son. The dude is shooting at rivals. Yes, he's a gang member. Shoot at rival gang members and then ran to his mother in her car after the shooting and she sped off. What is wrong with you? You are allowing your son to fall into the type of lifestyle that you were sworn to protect and put those type of people behind bars, but you out here protecting your gang-affiliated son. It is terrible. And mind you, while she was a deputy commissioner, she was making roughly $138,000 a year just to throw it all away. Crazy.
Target a rival gang member. No one was shot in this incident, but Chase is a reputed member of the Slutty Gang. According to police records, he was reportedly shot by police back in 2024 after allegedly wielding a gun, and in 2023, he was also reportedly shot by a cop in the chest on a Bronx bus during a fight with other teens. Lackard is officially out of a job with the city of Mount Vernon, effective immediately. A spokesman says, in part, quote, "The allegations are unrelated to her duties with the Mount Vernon Police Department and do not stem from any conduct associated with the department or the performance of her official responsibilities. The Mount Vernon Police Department remains fully committed to its nationally recognized wellness unit. The department will continue to operate without interruption, and the critical wellness services and support it provides to our officers, civilian employees, their families, and the community at large will continue as part of the department's ongoing commitment to the health and well-being of its workforce." Now, in addition to that attempted murder charge, Jennifer Lackard and her son Chase also face conspiracy charges. We're also learning tonight that Jennifer Lackard has already been arraigned at Bronx Criminal Court. She's due back in late September. We're still awaiting to find out what happened during that arraignment. Her son Chase is still inside the 44th precinct, expected to also be arraigned tonight. He also has multiple court appearances on the calendar for the coming weeks to unrelated incidents.
So her son was a complete loser, gang member, a degenerate to society, and she enabled that behavior. She could have been the responsible law enforcement official that she was supposed to be, that she was sworn to be, that she became a deputy commissioner, and she allowed the fact that, well, that's my son, it's okay, I'll protect him, I will get him away from a shooting by being the getaway driver. What happened if he actually did shoot people? It wouldn't be just an attempted murder charge, it would be the murder charge. For what? I mean, this dude has been a blight on society. He's shooting at cops. Cops are shooting at him. And instead of being the responsible person, the responsible parent, you allow him to continue this type of behavior. It's disgusting. But the problem is, it looks like a history, according to some of the files that I've seen, she has a long history of some shady behavior.
Prosecutors detailing the allegations during the Tuesday afternoon arraignment, telling the court that the June 29th shooting is all captured on surveillance video. Lackard, her husband James, and son Chase are seen leaving their Soundview apartment that morning. Her 20-year-old son is an alleged gang member and had a court appearance for a gun charge that day. But when he arrived, prosecutors say he opened fire outside at rival gang members, accusing Lackard of getting behind the wheel and helping him flee the scene.
Prior to entering to the courthouse, she's in front of this courthouse for about a good approximately 5 minutes.
The city of Mount Vernon issuing a statement saying, effective immediately, the city of Mount Vernon has terminated Jennifer Lackard's employment. The allegations are unrelated to her duties and do not stem from any conduct associated with the department. Lackard appointed Deputy Commissioner of Wellness for the city in 2020 during the George Floyd protest and has been lauded for her advocacy work with reentry programs, serving 2 terms on Community Board 9 in the Bronx.
Ms. Lackard has for 20 years dedicated her professional life to the health and healing of impacted communities.
How is that possible when she's allowing her son to shoot at gang members in front of the courthouse, and then she gets in the car and speeds away? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Again, this afternoon, Jennifer Lackard pleading not guilty to this indictment. Her attorney did not speak after court, but in court says that the picture painted by prosecutors is completely different than her life and her career. Bail was set at $75,000, and she'll be back in court in September.
And she's in trouble because she lost her job now, so hopefully she has some money saved up. But her past is complicated, despite the fact that she may have done some positive work in the community. The reentry agency she co-founded was forced to close when her husband and co-founder, named James Lackard, was arrested on federal drug charges. He pleaded guilty and served prison time before his release, shortly before she took the Mount Vernon job. How she still was able to get the Mount Vernon job after that, I don't know. She threw away her entire life, but looks like she probably had an entire life of doing this type of thing, being shady. I guess it didn't matter if she became a cop or not, that her husband and her son are just a bunch of criminals, and she was okay enabling all of that behavior. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I just had to talk about this real quick. What a crazy, crazy story. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.